Today we are watching at one of the most recognizable longbows from Bear Archery ever. One of the cheaper ones as well. And yeah, we talk about Bear Montana. If you're interested in longbows and cool bows, stick around. So today I want to talk about how it shoots, how it handles, how it tunes, and do I recommend it or not? Everything in my review today. Low history about the bow. Bow was made in late 90s by the Grant Neil Byce II, the long-time bowyer from Bear and who designed plenty of the bows for the Bear Archery. This is not an old era Bear Archery bow as the Grizzlies and all of those Kodiaks and stuff. No, this is more like a new era bow from the Bear Archery, but still for quite a long time, 25 plus years in a lineup, and people seem to like it. I definitely seem to be enjoying it. So yeah, we have 64 inches overall length. We have I have 45 pound model, which is 55, almost that much raw length, or 53. We have maple core limbs. We have 3 laminates, which they're tapered. The limbs are quite small and skinny, and the bow is very quick and has quite a bit of hand shock. So the bow has slight reflex, deflex, and very skinny limb tips, which makes it quite quick, and probably is the reason why this bow survived for so long. For 25 plus years, this bow has survived in a Bear Archery lineup, and people seem to enjoy it very much. The riser is made out of hard oak maple, like a low, let's say, like stabilized wood, which is a bunch of low laminations glued together with epoxy, really hard material. This definitely will improve the longevity of this slow bow. And we have black glass, at least at this model. 2023 they came up with a clear glass model, and it has Makita in a grip. Basically the same bow, different materials, a little bit more modern, black tips and clear glass. Still the same bow, still the same recipe, and the same design and same strategy. Give people simple stick with a string, which has plenty of performance and which will cover the basic needs of normal traditional archer. Relatively cheap. We still talk about Bear Archery. Nothing is quite cheap, but relatively cheap bow, and yeah, reliable. That's the main selling point of this bow, is quick, simple and reliable. How does it shoot? Quite nicely actually. Doesn't stack much at my draw length, which is from 31 and a half, depends on the day. I have nice 4-fletch Easton 500 spine arrow. There is plenty of hand shock with this bow. At least for me it is, because I'm overdrawing it. It is quite a lot of hand shock. Some people say they don't have any hand shock. I do experience some hand shock. And it doesn't forgive much of the mistakes. Definitely because I'm now used to my tournament setup with really heavy bow. You feel every shot. You feel vibrations. You feel when you did something wrong. It really punishes you a little for bad form and stuff. As you can see, I shoot it 3 under. This bow can without any problem be shot 3 under, and this is my preferred style right now because I'm in a tournament mode a little. and shoot my other bow 3 under, so I just decided to shoot this one as well. I shot it for a long time split finger, now I shoot it for some time. 3 under shoots like really nicely. I have really nice string, which made it really manageable. The hand shock and the sound, it's very, very quiet. The string is from the string whistler. Awesome strings, and bow shoots as such a low flat bow or longbow should. It just makes plenty of sense for a bunch of people who are into this type of thing. This is simple, stick with a string, and which is extremely fun. This just, I love it. This is American flat bow, but still it is a type of longbow. It comes with the leather grip. I did remove it. I like to have, I don't like to have nothing between me and the bow. I like to have it quite nice and sturdy in my hand. Do not judge this bow immediately out of the box before you tune it properly. It did take some tweaking. I have brace height from 7.5 inches. My arrows are 450 grains. I have 125 up front. And I shoot slightly above 190 feet per second. With 53 pounds, I would say, something around that number. And this bow, when it's well tuned, it's just laser accurate. This setup is laser accurate. It just is plenty of fun, but do not judge it too quickly. Take your time and tune the bow properly. Put your knocking point higher if you shoot 3 under. Shoot your bear shafts. Try everything, because when you're done and this bow performs as it should perform, oh boy, are you in for a treat. This is, as I say, this is the first longbow that I actually shoot accurately. I do not shoot this type of bows good. I do shoot LF longbows, which they're not real longbows, they're modern bows with longbow limbs. And this is the first one that I actually picked up, and after some training, I did need some training because I needed to learn how to put my pressure and everything is completely different. This is really small grip. But after I learned it, oh my god, did I have lots of fun in it. And I do really shoot plenty of arrows out of the bows that I'm reviewing. So I went to the 3D parkours, did not shoot a tournament with it, but I will. Because there's a couple of longbow tournaments that I'm watching right now. Maybe I will be taking this bow to the tournament, because I'm pretty confident that I would do quite good. Quick story still. I forgot to tell you. I did shoot a craziest Robin Hood arrow ever. After I made those 4-fletch Eastons, I started to group so much that I needed to start shoot single arrows, because I was shooting my nocks away. I broke a couple of nocks and I shot one like Robin Hood shot directly in the middle, ruined a couple of them. I did split one arrow, and after that I did split another one, or crazed it so much that I needed to throw it as well away. So if it's well tuned, this bow will be deadly accurate. Let me tell you what I think they're negatives. A little finicky on a tune. Tuning, a little bit janky, but that's probably more me and my form than a bow. But still, I did have more trouble tuning this bow than my other bows. And this hand shock stuff is to be considered. Without a good tune on this bow, I had extremely lots of hand shock, and that pulled me away from the shot. The bow would just jump everywhere. So if I would need to say negative thing about it, this is that hand shock. Again, there is people who are saying that they don't have any hand shock with it. So it is possibility that it is my drawing or my shooting style that is making some of it. Not all of it, but some of it. Leather grip is quite cheap. It's not made pretty. I took it away. It is like just simply wrapped and just stick with some glue, which is not the best, but still, as a budget bear bow, we can say, yeah, we understand why, because it is kind of a budget bow which people like and they make it, and that's it. There's not much to be said. What I really love about the bow are those tips and this small limb profile, which makes it really quick. I love the quickness, I love the smoothness, even pulling smoothness. For me, I do not have any problem. Smooth, quick, and fun. It is, but the quickness is this most surprising part of it. The 65-yard point on, just like slinging those arrows out, and really quickly. I was really surprised with this point on. Now also 3 under 45, 50-yard point on. Beautiful, really flat trajectory. Doesn't lose power, transfers the power quite nicely into the arrow. Yeah, very intuitive, simple bow, and if you in the market for something like that, this is definitely something which you should consider. You can ask yourself, what's the difference between this bow and some other like cheaply made stabilized wood bows? And I can show it to you now. You can see the grip, laminate from and the tips and stuff from the Bear Montana, and I have such a cheaply made Chinese longbow, which is, you could say, the same type of wood construction in a grip, also black glass, and the limbs are also maple, but still, look at the difference and the thickness of the limbs. Still, this doesn't shoot at all similar to this. This is, like, if you watch, this is more or less simple laminated bow. This is as well simple laminated bow, but for some reason this simple laminated bow shoots really nice, and I hit stuff with it that I don't hit with the other ones. I can compare it, for example, to my Samick Sage. Samick Sage, beautiful bow. Shot it, enjoyed it. Never was accurate like with this one. Never. A tiller is almost 0 on this particular model. I don't know if they're all like that, but I'm having 0 tiller, which makes my 3 undershooting a blast. Like it's made for it, without any problem. And even though it's simple, and you think, simple Chinese bow would do the same trick. No. Short, simple Chinese bows, they're good. They are cost effective. They cost, maybe you can buy 3 of them for the price of one of these. But still, this shoots nicer. It is what it is. It is a simple stick with a string, but there is a difference between sticking with a string and stick with a string from the Bear. Because design, the geometry of this bow is specially made by the man who knew how to build good bows. And I believe this geometry is special. This slight reflex deflex, this 3 maple core, one like thin one in the middle and 2 thicker ones going through. It just works. It's simple, shoots nice. The Bear Archery has this bow in the lineup since late 90s for over 25 years. I understand why. And I understand why people love it. People love it because they know what they're getting. they get good bang for the buck. They get great performance, they get plenty of speed from a longbow, which I did not expect, I need to say. And the build quality does the job. Is it the best longbow? Is it the most nicest longbow? No, it is simple. It is simple. It is black. It is gray. A little boring maybe. Whatever. It is quick. And it is fun. So, if you ask me, is it worth it still to buy this bow? Definitely yes. If you can get it used, buy it used. If you can buy a new one, they do not cost much. I guess maybe some $400 or $500. You will have great bow. Don't expect extreme designs and extreme stuff, because this is not that type of bow. This is a workhorse. This is a longbow for everyday use, and it is a great in that what it does. Steve is out. See you in the next one.